Hey folks, welcome back here to the Vegas Sunshine. We're here on the main streets of East Las Vegas, here off of Nellis Boulevard, approaching Cheyenne. Now, oh my, why don't you just go ahead and get in front of me there, buddy? That sort of thing happens all the time. They gotta get theirs before I gotta get mine. Or something like that. Some tires, our tires and rims available for sale over here on the left at this building. Interesting. Yeah, those things are going to be pretty heavy too. So no drone zone, it says over here at Nellis Air Force Base, which is interesting considering what you're about to see down here at Nellis Air Force Base. As we wait for this light here at Cheyenne, $3.31 a gallon for regular unleaded at the Arco right there. Cash price, we'll pause it for a moment. Finally got the green light here at Cheyenne, so we're gonna make this left, head eastbound. So this fence here on the left, this chain link fence, that's the south perimeter of Nellis Air Force Base. Again, a federal government installation. Air Force military installation. And as we come up here, so there is someone in the road up here, okay? Well, at least they're brightly clothed and you can see them. So this is Betty Lane right here. So now on Cheyenne, just east of Betty Lane, someone's living in there. They have a tarp up or something over there. There's someone living in there. And then we come up here towards the corner again, Nellis Air Force Base, right here on the other side of that chain link fence. There's an old Chevy S10 that probably will never run again. And wow, welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, guys. There's a boat. Hanging out here. And this is DeVry Lane, D-E-V-R-Y. Out here, east of Cheyenne or south of Cheyenne now, and Nellis, east of Nellis. Really just wow. Not at all what you would expect. I mean, I've gotten a lot of comments from a lot of folks who have said it's like that at every military base in this country. You know, it's the last thing you would expect, especially sitting right outside the gates of a federal government installation. You would expect that they want, you know, tight security and all that. And they probably have tight security on base, but out here, nope. So then I have to wonder, whom are we protecting with all of these billions and billions of dollars that we're spending on our military defense budget? Are we protecting ourselves? What are your thoughts? What do you guys think? I'm just asking the questions. I like to know your thoughts. Whom are we protecting? Well, we're also, of course, contributing to the military defense industrial complex. At least, I think we are, right? There is an old Geo Metro there. I always like to point that out. It looks like it was used for demolition derby or something there. It's just really Mad Maxian up in here. There's a Yukon or Tahoe there that's just, yep, someone tacked it too. Huh. My guess is they park these cars here, they're on their last legs, and then there's some junkyards over here off to the left. They just start selling off parts to the junkyard to live. See, someone's in there. And over here. WS-10 right outside the south gate here at Nellis Air Force Base. And then you have folks just hanging out here in RVs. Right across, there's a boat hanging out again. Probably won't be floating on any body of water anytime soon. That's my guess. Looks like it's got a little cabin inside that boat too, so someone's probably living in that. Just not what people expect. And I get people who tell me, oh, it's like this everywhere. Or, oh, that it's been like that forever in Vegas. Well, the folks visiting here have no idea. And then the folks visiting here think, oh, all the locals must live on the Strip. Wouldn't it be cool to live on the Strip? And then they realize, oh wait, we can't live on the Strip because if we try to, those places are very, very expensive. You have to be pretty rich in order to be able to live there and afford HOAs in those places. They're really, really expensive. So then they start looking off Strip. And they start looking at areas that they can afford, right? Well, this is what's out there, guys. You take the Strip and Fremont Street, that fantasy adult world, away from this town. This is what's left. And I'm not bashing the town. I'm just making a commentary on what I see, and in my humble opinion. And also, it's not anyone's fault. It's not the folks that are living here. It's government apathy. The politicians just do not care. If they did, this wouldn't exist. If they did, everything would look like it does out in Summerlin. But they don't care. I mean, what other explanation is there? There has to be the political will to get these things done. They can do beautification projects. They can do aesthetic enhancements around different neighborhoods. They do it all the time. Look at this, there's a car in that one. I always like to point that out. There's actually a vehicle inside that RV. They just dumped it in there. It's been out there forever, ever since I started coming up here. Golf cart there. Please check out Cinnamon and Jupiter here on YouTube. My wife's channel, she does astrology and video, spirituality. There is another RV parked right there. Just wild stuff. Shopping cart there. And even if that's not your thing, if you could still like and subscribe, it would really mean a ton to us. Really want to help grow her channel. It really means a lot to us. So this is the City of North Las Vegas water reclamation facility, where you flush it down your toilet, we'll put it right back into your sink for you to drink it. That's pretty much the long short of it, guys. That's what they do. They're at the water reclamation facility. Back down here at Carey, C-A-R-E-Y, we'll make a right here. And wait our turn. We've got some cross traffic here. Also, please check out Vids from Mike, V-I-D-S-F-R-Y-M-M-I-K-E here on YouTube. He does some awesome, sensational sunrise and sunset videos with his drone that you don't want to miss. Those are really, really cool. Nature is absolutely beautiful, and you don't want to miss those videos. He also does some plane spotting with his drone as well, so that's pretty cool stuff. Definitely, in my opinion at least. We're going to go up here. So this is the new extension of Carey here. Make a right here at Christie, show you the old Carey Avenue. Right up here. And this is, again, the old Carey, C-A-R-E-Y. And I say once again, welcome to fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. We've got it all here in Vegas, huh? Neon lights and bars on windows and doors. and dumpsters in the roadways. And I'm not talking about just that yellow one. That just happened to be a coincidence. I want to thank you all again so very, very much for being here. Again, please like and subscribe. It really means a ton to us. And as always, remember here on the Vegas Don channel, it is the journey where what happens in Vegas stays right here on the Vegas Don channel on YouTube. We'll see you next time, folks. Thank you so much, you guys.